Hi, I'm Leslie Rogowski, a member of the Beadalon design team. You may know me from television, from my projects and books and magazines and DVDs, and I'm also honored to be a Create Your Style with Swarovski Elements ambassador. Today we're going to talk about beading needles. Let's get started. I am always being asked what type of needle to use for different projects. And my answer is it depends on the project, it depends on the bead and the material. There are so many different types of needles available, and I'm going to walk you through the ones that Beadalon has to offer because they really cover everything. I'm going to start with the Collapsible Eye. This is great for people who might have trouble threading needles. They're a twisted needle and they're flexible. They have a very big eye. And you can see that there. I have pearls strung on this, long one, so you can string a lot at once. And let me show you how this works. It's called a collapsible eye because when you pull it through the beads, it will collapse. So you want to work with as long a piece of thread as you can. And you can see how easy that was for me to string. And then just pull. These are Swarovski pearls. Just pull them right down. Voila. This comes in different lengths and different weights, fine, medium, and heavy. And which one do you use? It depends on the size of the hole of the bead and the gauge of the beading thread. Now this I used Wildfire 008, which is the heavier gauge of the Wildfires. And you can see how easy that went through the collapsible eye. And you can get several uses out of this. The most common needle that's used for beading is referred to as a hard needle. It comes in sizes 10 and 12. 10 is thinner and has a smaller eye than the 12. It also comes in different lengths. These are about 2 inches. Which needle to use? Again, it depends on the size of the bead. You want to use the smallest needle that you can thread to fit through the whole of your bead, because the last thing you want to do is try to force a needle through a tiny bead hole and risk breaking the bead. So you have these, and actually the Beadalon needles come with a handy little bead needle threader where it's almost like a collapsible eye that you put through the little small eye of the hard needle, thread your thread and pull it through the little eye in the hard needle. So if you do have some fright issues with threading your needle, that's going to help you out a lot. The big-eyed needles are one of my favorite needles to use if I have to rethread my needle a lot, and here's why. The whole needle is one big eye. Not only is it easy to thread any type of thread, but you can get heavier threads that may not fit through the eye of a regular beading needle in here. So if you're working with larger sizes and of crystals or beads and you want to use a heavier weight cord or thread, it's easy to thread. And you can see these are very flexible and yet very durable, and they're attached at the ends. Another kind of a big eye needle is used with the spinning bead, and here's the cool little hook to work with, and this also opens to form a big eye so that you can string very easily onto there a long piece of thread and get all your beads nice and easily strung. A really cool kind of a needle is called a Speedy wire needle. This is actually a hollow tube that doesn't go all the way through. One end is pointed like a needle and the other end is hollow. So you would use, for instance, this is a 0.015 wire that I have on here. And you're going to see how it goes into this little channel real easily, just like that, but it's not going to come all the way through. This is good if you want to wire through materials and you need to puncture with it. I'm going to use the beading mat as an example, and you can see where it comes through real easy, and of course it just pulls out like that. So this is a very cool tool when you could be puncturing leather or rubber or different kinds of bead embroidery backing. And I think that about covers it. This should probably cover all your beading needs.